Hello, my name is Charles. I'm a medical student and I'm doing a series of multiple minute interview stations, and today's station is on teamwork.
6 a.m. flex, but I'm tryna get through to you. Diff time zones, but I'm tryna get through to you. Mama with the pressure, but I'm tryna get through to you. Tryna get through to you. At them, got me in my feelings when I think about you. This way.
How the station is going to work is you're going to need another person. You're going to be the person who works with another person to complete the task. The other person is going to follow your instructions and your role is to tell them what to do. I'm going to read out the instructions and put them on the screen, and then I'll also show you the image that you need to instruct the person to draw. A few ground rules: you can't actually tell them what the object is. You can only tell them shapes. You can only give them instructions which are not actually obviously blating out the object as to what it is. In this station, you'll be working with another applicant to draw the image provided. You cannot tell the artist what the item is. You can only give them instructions. The artist cannot ask any questions and can only draw based on the instructions you give them. Now I'm just going to show you the image. I'm going to give you 6 minutes for you to practice run the station and how you do it, and then after that we can speak on how I think you should have done the station. The first thing that you need to do when you walk into the station is introduce yourself, say what your name is, get what the name is, so you can communicate with them by calling them by their name where appropriate. Also need to tell them what the task is to make sure you're both on the same page if they were not there when you're reading the instructions. And you also need to make sure you check what kind of tools this person has, if they have paper, ruler, protractor, compass, just to make sure you know all the utensils they have so you can use them to draw. So then you're just going to give them the game plan of, I'm just going to be telling you a series of instructions. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to pause, and when you're ready to continue, we'll continue, and get them to say something like yes when they're ready to continue. You also need to set some ground rules with the person that you're about to work with if they have any further questions or if they're unsure, to let you know so you can instruct them further. When you're actually giving this person instructions, make sure these instructions are clear, they're concise, and they're straight to the point. And make sure they're as simple as possible because you don't want to make it too complex for them. Try to break it down into steps which you know are manageable so they can actually draw this object. So for example, looking at this object that we have, so how I would instruct this, I would say I want you to draw a 6 centimeter line in the middle of the page, and then I want you to make that into a semicircle. And then you can also get them to say below that semicircle, I want you to draw a rectangle that has a width of 10 centimeters and a height of 4 centimeters. 2 centimeters from the end of each rectangle at the bottom of the page. I want you to draw 2 circles. Half of the circle should overlap the inside of the rectangle and the other half on the outside near the bottom of the page. And then within that circle, 1 centimeter inwards, I want you to draw another smaller circle. The role of this task is not for you to draw a perfect shape. Of course, it has to somewhat try and resemble what's been asked of you. But the role of this task is to see if you can communicate properly. You can give simple instructions, have something that looks like the way it should look like. Schools that I've heard that do more abstract type stations like this are Glasgow. This is more of an abstract station, and it's probably one of the less likely ones to come up, but it's just to keep in mind if you get a communication or teamwork station of this nature. First and foremost, I want you to communicate properly, and after you've introduced and you've set the ground rules with your partner, make sure you communicate in small, easy to understand logical steps. Make sure you introduce yourself to the person, make sure you state what the task is, ask them what tools they have, make sure you have a plan of action of how you're going to complete the task, and when you do complete the task, break it down into small, easy steps.
This what happened when I think about you. Got flashbacks trying to take me back to you. Damn, he throw terminal. You never said bye, was subliminal. I was never in your plans, it was intentional. But it took off, it went conventional. Hey, now you're internet.